I always attend lectures. I do my assignments. I spend most of my day in the library. And that was because I was into a lot of activities in school. So I just cautiously remind myself that I have little time to read because most of my time are into the various activities I was in school. So I was like, I'm always making that conscious effort. Right from 100 level, my CGPA was a first class. So I was like, okay, let me maintain it or take it higher. I had a social life. I had a very good social life. I did not have a boyfriend, but I had friends.
Okay.
If I had a boyfriend, I believe I would have still come out with the first class.
Yeah. So that one is nothing at all. You just knew you were determined and that's it.
Yes.
Okay. So your name is Iqmat, and talk to me about the whole school experience. I understand you made a first class. First of all, what subject did you make a first class from? Or with?
Accounting. Accounting. I studied accounting.
You studied accounting. You had a first class.
Yes, I did.
Hey. Wow. So basically, are you telling me you always wanted to do something? You always liked mathematics, or you always liked numbers? Is that what you're saying?
Not really. I did not really like mathematics, but I wanted to become a chartered accountant right from SS1.
From SS1. Okay, so
yes.
You wanted to become, but you know you had to do maths now. And accounting is basically maths.
Yes.
Yes.
So, basically.
I didn't hear you.
I said not mainly maths, but it's important also.
What's the difference? What's the difference between normal mathematics and accounting?
Accounting has some set of principles and standards you have to follow, but mathematics, you just have to work out formulas and just work out something.
Okay, so basically you're saying accounting is much more than profit and loss. The account must be balanced, blah, blah, blah,
yes.
blah, blah. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, it's more than that.
Okay, so what school did you attend?
Vidimas University.
You know, that's a very interesting. So you were a Muslim, and I don't know if you're from a Muslim home, like a Muslim home.
I'm from a Muslim home.
You're from a Muslim home, but your dad and your mom decided that their daughter was going to go to a Christian school. Why?
There's a long story to it.
Tell me the shortest way possible. In the shortest form.
I wanted to go to University of Ilorin. Then one day my dad changed his mind and said he wants me to attend another school, but it was also a Christian school. But for one reason or the other, I did not like the school. So he gave me the choice to choose within where we were living, within our state. So I decided to choose Vidimas University.
Okay, so you were living in Osun State then? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I was living in Osun State.
You're living in Osun. You're living in Osogbo?
Yes, I was living in Osogbo.
Okay. So he then said, just go. So you were a Muslim and you had to go to a Christian school. Obviously, you had to go to church and all those other things. So talk to me about your experience around that in the school and the setting. How was it for you?
There was not much difference. I went to a Catholic school for primary and secondary. So I was used to the system, kind of. So there was nothing different actually. I was okay with it.
You're okay with it. Okay, so how was school itself? Like, school has a lot of distractions. That is one thing we know. Did you always know that you were going to make a first class, or you worked hard at getting a first class? Those are two different questions. Do you understand?
Yes.
Coming from secondary school where you always first. So that first class was just continuation. Or it was university, you were like, you know what? I had to sit up and I had to face this.
Okay, so my desire to make a first class was right from SS3.
Okay.
But my school is a very disciplined school, my secondary school. So they teach us to dream high. Do you understand? So I wanted to just make a first class accounting because I had few family friends who graduated with first class, and they were like, Iqmat, look at your elder ones. You two must try and be this good at all. And I was like, Well, there's nothing bad in trying hard to make a first class, and I did.
And you did. Okay, so what were the things you did that ensured that you came out with the first class? What were the things you did? You know, for some people will tell you, you know, I read all the time. I woke up by 4 o'clock in the night to read. I had to do this. I had to go to the mountain. I had to make sure my lecturers, all those plenty English. So for you, did you have any special formula or anything you did that made you come out with the first class?
No formula. It was by the grace of God, but little hard work also.
What's that? When you say hard work, what does that entail?
I always attend lectures. I do my assignments. I spend most of my day in the library. And that was because I was into a lot of activities in school. So I just cautiously remind myself that I have little time to read because most of my time are into the various activities I was in school. So I was like, I'm always making that conscious effort. Right from 100 level, my CGPA was a first class. So I was like, okay, let me maintain it or take it higher. So consciously or unconsciously, I just strive to work towards it by always doing what is necessary of me to get an A in almost all my courses.
Okay, so what was your final, what GPA did you graduate with?
4.73.
Out of how many?
5.
4.73 out of 5.
Yeah.
So when you told your parents you had come out with the first class, how did they react?
Right from time, my dad knew I would come out with the first class because he's always monitoring my CGPA per semester. So he's always telling me if my CGPA should fall, you tell me watch it. If it should increase, you tell me keep it up or make it better. So right from time, my dad knew, and my mom was just hoping I come out with a good grade.
Oh, okay. So your dad was like the one telling you that wo omo yin to ba lo fail lasan.
No, my dad is not. He's not that kind of person.
But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. It's not that strict. It's just like try and do better. You can actually do better. You can actually make it. Everybody's. Some people have done it in the past. You can also do it. It was quite encouraging, and there's nothing I need, whether materials or textbooks. I remember there are times I was telling I need textbook, and you have to order it from Lagos and send to me, and kept on doing that. So it was
he supported you all through.
Yes, he did.
Okay, that's really nice. That's really nice. So are you telling me you didn't have a social life? You didn't have a boyfriend? You didn't have people you hung out with or anything? Because if you ask a lot of people, they'll tell you, I have to go party and I want to not come out with first class.
I had a social life. I had a very good social life. I did not have a boyfriend, but I had friends, and I was also involved in departmental activities. I was the president twice.
Of your association?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. So did you feel like
association?
Okay. So did you feel like the fact that you didn't have a boyfriend, do you feel like it was one of the things that made you come out with the first class?
No, actually.
Okay.
If I had a boyfriend, I believe I would have still come out with the first class.
Yeah. So that one is nothing at all. You just knew you were determined and that's it.
Yes.
Okay. Basically, that's nice. I congratulate you because one of the reasons why we are doing this is to encourage other young people or university students that people that have first class don't have two heads. Do you understand?
Okay.
You can make it and you can come out with the first class.
Yes, I understand.
Let me tell you something. If I came out with the first class, okay, these are my shoulder I'll be. Anywhere I'm going, this is how I'll be working. This is how I'll be going, but you did very well. So I'm telling you, if my friend was the first class, nobody will hear what though. If you want to call me, you call me Abisola Alawode first class holder. If you don't put it, I'm telling you, if you don't put it, forget. Let's not have that discussion at all. Okay, so Iqmat, what are you doing now? Are you waiting to serve? Or are you interning somewhere? Are you working or?
I'm serving currently. I will be through with service next month.
Where are you serving? In Lagos?
I'm serving in an audit firm in Lagos.
But before you go, I want you to talk to people who are still in university, people that are behind you now. Do you understand? I want you to talk to them and talk to them about how, like just encourage them. Just encourage them.
Okay.
So please go.
Okay, so if you are watching this, I don't know, there's no shortcut to success. It requires you to do different things for you to succeed. And for me personally, I would say one, hard work, one, determination, because there are times in which I'm trying hard to understand a course and I'm not just understanding it. And when I tell my colleagues that I don't understand this thing, some of them feel like it's because you don't teach us. It's only you that know it. And that's right. But most times, first class students also face challenges and all. But also, even if you don't make a first class in school, it's not the end of the world. If you are in 400 level, your final year, and you are not on a first class, it's not the end of the world. But if you are in 100 level, you can also strive harder, you can work hard, pray, go for lectures. If you don't understand things, there are libraries there, check for books, read more. That most of them were readily available. So if you don't understand something, you can call them or go and meet them in their offices and ask them. And put God first, because beyond your power, beyond what you can read, beyond what you can do, if you don't put God there, it's just there. I remember there was a particular course, after we finished it, when someone asked me, even everybody that asked me, I was like, that course, even if they mark it to Evo, I'll get A. I had the lowest score. That was my lowest score. I had a C. And that was the only course I had C. And it was terrible. Okay. But I learned my lesson and always put God first and everything.
Okay. Iqmat, thank you very much for speaking with me. This was nice.